everybody, Lance Bell here with the Daily Quickie, and we're talking about television on this segment today, specifically Viacom. This saga has been going on for a while, and I meant to talk about it a couple days ago, but I'm going to talk about it today. Now, as you can see here, I have a Reuters article here on the screen, and it says here, Summer Redstone's Viacom saga is about to become Wall Street's favorite new show. The non-agrarian mogul who controls the media company has managed to oust longtime chief executive Philip Darmon. I know I butchered that and I apologize. Now it paves the way for Redstone to try to revive the ailing conglomerate. They'll have investment bankers line up outside Viacom's Times Square's headquarters for a seat. Okay, give you some backstory on this. Viacom was originally CBS's syndication division, and CBS spun it off. Then all of a sudden, Viacom bought CBS because they had the cash to do it. Then they split again. That's the Cliff Notes version. Now, Viacom actually did some stuff right in the past. Let's be real. I mean, they did. But that's not what I'm talking about today. Now, according to this article, it says it's likely to be a long slog. Under Darmon's tenure at the helm of Viacom has floundered. Many of Viacom's shows are old and tired. The once cutting-edge cable network MTV has not scored a hit since Jersey Shores. Okay, I'm going to start right there. Anybody who watched MTV knows this. MTV has not been really good probably in 20 years. In all honesty, I think the last good show they had was the original Real World. And they were still showing videos at that point. They're talking 94. So it's been a while. A long, long while. Now with Viacom, it also says here Comedy Central stars Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert and John Oliver have fled for greener media pastures. Over on Comedy Central, yeah, they had those three. South Park, a show that they didn't even want to begin with, survived. And they've had hits over there too, and I know they have. And no, I'm not talking about Minem and Cena. That doesn't flip and count. Yeah, don't even get me started on that. That's a different story, different day. Now, it's talking about its share price in this article. Now, it says here, Viacom's share price reflects the problems as well. When it split from CBS a decade ago, it was supposed to be a better bet than its less glitzy stablemate, but its stock has edged up just 3% since then. CBS shareholders, meanwhile, have doubled their money. Okay, you have to understand something about CBS. CBS is always skewed towards an older audience. I mean, that is a legacy network that's always done that. Like, as an example, if you're not counting the NFL, I mean, their sitcoms were doing really well, and I don't have the ratings up in front of me, and I apologize for that. 60 Minutes, as much as people slam it these days, I mean, it's still a top 30 show. And that means something because a lot of people don't realize what that show is. That has the most expensive demographic in television. And they try to get that age part down. And that says a lot about that. Now, moving on, it says one option the company has now is to funnel more money than an estimated $4 billion that's spending on this year on programs to kickstart new TV shows and movies. And that may require borrowing some money. Okay, if we're talking about CBS themselves, let me tell you something. They're sitting on a fuck ton of cash. There is no question about that. CBS has the money. Viacom, on the other hand, I'm not totally sure, only because they made their money in syndication. And let me tell you something. In this internet world, syndication, especially if its first run, is dead. It's never coming back, especially with all these options out there right now. Now, it says here in the article that Viacom could also sell some or even all of its cable programs to willing buyers. One of Darmon's last acts made to persuade the board to sell Paramount Pictures. Now, this is the reason I'm talking about this particular business deal on this show. Let me tell you something. Viacom is not selling Paramount. Period. The end. And let me explain why. Now, I know the movie side as at large, I'm talking about across the board net, is a complete and total dumpster fire right now. It has been for a while. Now, Paramount Television, on the other hand, has always made them money. Why? Because they have one asset, one major asset that is a billion-dollar cash cow. And I'm talking Star Trek. I mean, they're not going to unload Paramount because of that reason. Now, with the CBS Online, with that show getting rebooted on there, I think they're going to sit on it just to see where that goes first. So keep that in mind. Viacom is not unloading Paramount because of Star Trek. That's not getting talked about in this article. And that's one of the underlying things that people need to understand, because that's not happening for that reason. Now, well, this is one of those weird situations to where you look at Viacom and CBS. You have a complete legacy brand in CBS, and a legacy syndicator in Viacom. I mean, everybody knows, it's going to be a dumpster fire with that. It really, really is. And somebody like me is really interested to see what they do. So let's say CBS and Viacom gets the band back together and they remerge. What are they going to unload? I mean, they're not giving up NFL. I mean, they have college football properties. Let's see here. They still have some of the NCAA tournament, so they got some money makers there. Now, as far as their rest of television, it's kind of a mixed bag, and I'm the biggest TV guy you can get, but even I haven't watched a lot of TV here in the last couple of years because of my work schedule. But that's a different story, a different day. I apologize for that. Now, on the Viacom side, MTV, since they got brought up specifically in this article, they got two options. Put the music videos back on and cut all the reality garbage, or fold a tent. Those are their two options. I mean, yeah, I know they got some up their hands in other stuff too. I mean, I know that. But it doesn't really mean anything right now, especially if they're going around that road. Let's be real, folks. I don't fucking know. Well, folks, I'm stop rambling here. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And that is the Daily Quickie for August the 21st, 2016.